Good day, everyone. This is Sir Don, and welcome to another learning session. For today, we'll be having the cycle 2 of reading, and this is part of our initiative for you to enhance your command of the language and your proficiency of the language. So, we have had our first cycle of reading, listening, speaking, writing, and we'll be having the cycle 2 of reading session for today. Let me read to you the learning objectives of today's session, which will be lesson number 6, cycle 2 reading session, understanding chart. To demonstrate the ability of noting details and analyzing information from diagrams and graphs, and to self-evaluate needs and reading comprehension skills. Later on, you will be asked to interpret the chart and also to read, analyze, and answer the reading comprehension test as being provided. But before we do that, I would like to present here a graph which talks about dozens of hot dogs sold per day in span of 7 days. Now, I would like you to pause this video for 2 minutes and study the graph. What have you observed, assuming that you have paused this for 2 minutes? Now, I would like you to analyze the given questions to test if you really understand the graph being presented. How many hot dogs were sold on the weekends? How many hot dogs were sold on Mondays and Fridays? And on which days were the hot dogs sold most? You will allot your answers also on the provided Google form later, together with the answers for the reading comprehension test. So you may go back later on and study and answer this graph. Now I have here another example of pie chart. We all know that pie charts show how a whole is divided into various parts, and it shows percentage distribution of parts to whole. Now, there is a pie chart here presented which elaborates where does the money goes of a certain person. As you can see, there are complex of details here with which the different divisions of the pie represents the spending or the distribution of the spending or the money. Okay, we have here the Social Security AED up to Housing, Heritage, and Environment AED 15 billion. And I would like you to pause again this video lecture for 2 minutes and reflect and analyze the given data from the pie chart. Assuming that the 2 minutes had passed, I want for us to, since this is a reading session, to read and analyze the given pie chart on where the money goes. Now, if you will interpret this chart, this complex chart, and you will read it after writing, this will be like this. I want for all of us to read it, even you are at home. So if we will analyze it by reading, this will go like this. The pie chart shows the national expenditure of the United Arab Emirates government in 2000. Generally speaking, the UAE government had a budget of over 300 billion AED, and the highest portion of this budget was spent on social security and health and social services. As is given in the diagram, the UAE government spent more than 300 billion AED in 10 different sectors in 2000. Social Security for the citizens cost the highest budget, and it was exactly 100 billion AED. Health and personal social services, on the other hand, required more than 50 billion, and this was the second largest budget money allocation for the UAE government in 2000. The UAE authority used 38 billion for education, 17 billion for law and order, and 13 billion for jobs, industry, and agriculture. Defense sector cost them 22 billion, which was slightly lower than the debt interest the government paid in this year. Housing, heritage, and environment got 15 billion, which was nearly the same as it was allocated for law and order. Finally, 9 billion was spent on the transportation sector and 23 million for their sectors which are not specifically mentioned in the chart. And that is how you interpret this pie chart on the expenditure of the United Arab Emirates government in 2000. We have done this before during the cycle 1 and now also, and I hope that you mastered interpreting charts and other visual data as we proceed to further your comprehension and reading comprehension skills. Now, furthering your skills in reading and comprehension, I would like for you to answer also activity number 4, check for understanding. There is a written description here of a pie chart, and I would like for you to draw or visualize this by drawing. Okay? You will also submit this on the Google form provided, including the first graph that was presented and also the reading test number 3, which will be presented shortly. Now I'm giving you 5 minutes to answer activity number 4, check for understanding, drawing the given details using a pie chart. You may pause this video and resume after you're done. I'm giving you 5 minutes to do so. Assuming that the 5 minutes had passed, I would like for you to proceed to reading test number 3. 40 minutes will be allotted here for 20 questions. Now, the reading test, the passages containing the reading test will be uploaded on the website right next after this video lecture. So I would like for you to access the reading test number 3. There are given passages here numbered, and each passage or pair of passages below is followed by a number of questions. After reading each passage or pair, choose the best answer to each questions based on what is stated or implied in the passage or passages and in any accompanying graphics such as a table or a graph, which are integrated in some parts of the passages here. Now, I would like for you to note your answers. You may write it on a scratch and then answer letters only for each of the item in the allotted Google form. Again, for each number, you will just have to answer the letter. There will be no descriptions there, just letters, because this is already indicated here in the reading test number 3. So you will write your final answers, or you will submit your final answers in the Google Forms by pressing the letter of your answers for each number, and also by uploading your answer in the 2 charts that I have asked you to answer during the lecture. So all in all, you have 3 activities here. Number 1 is the line graph about the dozens of hot dogs sold per day in a weekend, and also the check for understanding, where there is a written description here and you will present the data in a pie chart. So and lastly, the passage. So access for now the given passage, the given reading test, and then answer on your scratch papers and submit it later on our Google form. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much. If you have questions and clarifications, feel free to ask me and reach me out via Google website or our messenger group chat, and I will be very happy to assist you. This has been Sir Don, and thank you so much.